There it is.
You're live.
You are live. So, I guess we're live now. 8 p.m. It's been a while since we've live streamed, so welcome to the live stream. Especially for all you guys who are not watching it live. Welcome to the live stream. Let me open the live chat.
Still a lot to
There
handle.
we go.
This should
Bunch
be
of
a
people
good
already
one.
in it. Alrighty, let's see what you get. Alright, so we like starting off our live streams. Let us know where you guys are watching from, because we get a lot of, a lot of different stuff. A lot of different people from different places, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm starting to read the chat while I'm trying to talk. It doesn't really make much sense, but let us know where you guys are watching from. We like to see where you guys are watching from. If this is Thresher's secret mission is here, I feel it. Thresher is not here. If this is Thresher's secret mission, that would be clutch. Yeah, this is not Thresher's secret mission.
I don't understand.
He was live streaming yesterday, and he said he was catching mullet for a secret mission, and we're not fishing with stuff right here with mullet, so unfortunately it isn't. I wish we were too. We will be doing that here fairly soon. Oh, we're missing a lot of people, and if I miss your comments, they come a little quick. Just keep putting them. I'll get them. Hello from San Antonio, Pasadena, Spring, Anahuac, Charleston, South Carolina. So far he's winning for the farthest away. Austin, Tomball, Westlake, Alvin, H-Town, Meadville. What's up, Jan? First time on a live stream. Thanks for stopping by. Deep South Texas, Jesse. Meadville again. San Antonio. I'm here for Thresher. Brownsville, Texas. South Padre Island. Well, Thresher's not here. I do apologize. Galveston. What's up? Austin. Friendswood. Not far. Brownsville. Corpus. Tennessee. Katy. Cypress. Wilmington, North Carolina. I think that's farther than the South Carolina dude, so I think he's winning right now. Texas City, Baytown, Corpus, Austin again, New Braunfels, Bay City, Austin, Cypress, Edinburgh, League City, Houston, South Padre, Angleton. This is hard, man. La Pryor, Corpus, Seabrook, Colorado. We're going up there in like a couple months. Two months.
In 9 weeks.
9 weeks. Ooh, wow. Hutto, Riviera. Boston. We were there not too long ago.
In April.
Yeah. A couple months ago we were in Boston. Like that city a lot. It was fun. LaGrange, Devine, Kingwood, Fargo, North Dakota. Alright, you are officially winning the farthest away. Although it might not be farther. I know Fargo is kind of in the middle of nowhere, so you win. Fitzgerald, Georgia. Mexico. What's up, man? Matagorda. Be heading down there soon, too. Tampa, Florida. What's up, Florida, man? And Fred Matthews. Fort Worth. Alrighty. Thanks you guys for telling me where you guys are from. A lot of you guys are in here. I guess where do we start off? I guess, this is what I want to know. What do you guys want to see? You guys put in what you guys want. Like, what topic do you guys want to see us talk about today? So that should be fun.
I am leaving in 30 minutes, though.
Cora's leaving in half an hour, so if you have questions for her, you better get those in pretty quick. I'm going to be in Alaska next Thursday. That'll be fun. Y'all should come to the Colorado River. That'd be fun.
Wednesday.
I'm here to learn about catching a red. That's probably a good place to be. We'll go through a lot of those tips, I'm sure, today on what you need to do this time of year. Ooh, shirts. So we set up a shirt deal a little while ago. It kind of didn't work out exactly as I planned. We've got a new shirt guy coming in that I'm going to be going with. We're going to need to do pre-orders, though. So the way it's going to work, before it was going to be you could purchase it online and then it would be made as you purchase and they'd ship it out. Well, now it's got to the point where with shirts, we're going to actually do a pre-order. We're going to order the exact amount of shirts that we need based on the pre-orders that we get, and then we will ship them out ourselves to you guys and maybe throw... I kind of got a plan to give some stuff away as well, so anybody who purchases a shirt has a chance to win, an additional item within those boxes that we send out. Since we're sending them out ourselves, we can do something like that. So those are coming soon. Be on the lookout for those. We're gonna do a T-shirt, like a cheaper version. It's a really nice, not cotton. It's a very soft material. If you guys have any sea level apparel shirts, they're that style. So a very soft cotton T-shirt, and then we're going to do a performance shirt. So there's going to be both a t-shirt and a performance shirt that's going to come out. So, and I think the performance shirt we're going to do highlighter yellow green color. It's very bright. A lot of people wanted that bright color. And then for the shirt, we're going to either do a tan or a gray, I believe. Because I don't want necessarily white shirts because they get dirty really quick, and I ruin white shirts. Like, this is not white. This started white. This is now...
And this was like this color.
This was now yellow.
Oh, I guess that really can't tell.
Anyway, I destroy white shirts. So, anyway, that's kind of the plan on shirts coming here in the future. So, we're gonna, whenever I tell y'all that we're gonna start doing a pre-order, you're gonna have to email me to get your pre-order in, and then I think we're gonna do all the payments through PayPal for the shirts. And I'm trying to get them as cheap as possible. So the more people that pre-order, the cheaper the shirts end up being, type of deal, I think. So, like I said, when we get into that, we'll probably really focus on that next month so that by like midsummer we can get those out to you guys. So if you guys are interested in shirts, definitely let me know. Let's see what people are saying. Lime green shirt. Lime green, I agree. Okay, I like that.
It's my color.
I like that a lot. What else?
I don't know.
Alright, so now we got shirts out of the way. We've been doing a lot of fishing lately, actually. Quite a bit of fishing.
Yeah.
And I'm really, really far behind on editing. Like, really far. So, basically what's been going on is, and if you guys watched the Meetup video, which we'll get into a second, I was finishing school, so I graduated, finished my master's degree. So that's been crazy. We've been back and forth between San Antonio a lot. We haven't been in Houston all that much. We've been in San Antonio a lot more. We've been traveling a lot. It's been crazy. It's been really crazy lately. So I'm a little bit behind on editing, but those videos are coming out soon. We did some night fishing under lights. We did some shore fishing. We did some kayak fishing. We did a little bit of everything, and we're also going wade fishing tomorrow. So we've got a lot of content coming up for you guys, so be on the lookout for that. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy all that. And then we've got a pretty, I think, I'm going to be doing a video. I want to make it, I'm going to spend a lot of time editing it, probably the next month. I'm going to spend all month editing a single video. Now, other videos will be coming out along the way, but there's going to be one video that I'm going to spend a really long time on, and it's the story, I think more than anything than the fishing itself, because the story, I think, is a good story. It needs to be told. Pretty epic. Probably the craziest thing we've ever experienced on the water. It was a lot of fun to be there, and I think you guys will enjoy it as well. I think the way I'm going to edit it, it's going to come out kind of documentary style, and it's going to be cool. That's my plan. I want to try something, push my envelope a little bit, push myself a little bit farther to be better at editing, push myself a little bit more to make a really high quality documentary style video, in addition to the other content that's going to be coming out as well. So that's going to be fun. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy that video. I think you guys will. I think they're going to enjoy that video quite a bit. I know I'll enjoy making it, and I think we're going to enjoy watching it. And it's a really good story, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Congrats on the Masters. Thank you everyone saying congrats on the Masters. I appreciate that. A lot of hard work. It was stressful, very stressful. Cora hates me pretty much at this point, so.
No, I don't hate you. That's not right.
That's not right, but it was stressful, but we got it done. We got it done. So thank you guys for saying congrats. I appreciate it. What else? Meetup. Who's excited for the meetup? I think all you guys are going to be excited for it. We're doing a kayak fishing meetup June 24th, which is not this Saturday, but the Saturday after that, at Louis Bait Camp in Hitchcock, Texas. We're going to be doing a kayak fishing meetup, so if you have a kayak, come on out, meet us, go fishing with us. We're going to be filming an episode there. We're going to bring that camera, show it. We're bringing the big boy out.
Oh my goodness, hold on. Sorry.
We're bringing the big boy out for that day. We're going to be doing a lot of filming, so if you guys want to see yourself on YouTube, come out to that meetup. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to enjoy it. It's been something that we've been promising for a very long time, and we haven't gotten quite around to doing it, and now we are, and I'm excited about it. A lot of people have already said on that video that they are coming, So I think there's going to be a lot of people there. I don't know how many, but I think there's going to be quite a lot of people. So it should be a lot of fun. Get to know fellow anglers and meet more people that you guys can go out and kayak fish with more regularly. Because a lot of people tell me, and a lot of people in the comments tell me and email me, and they say, you know, I don't really have anybody to go kayak fishing with. If I had somebody to go kayak fishing with, then I would go more often. And I think this is going to be a good way for you guys not only to meet us and kind of maybe learn something. We're okay. We can probably teach you a thing or two about the area if you're unfamiliar with it. But I think it's even better that you guys are going to be able to meet each other in this community, in this kayak fishing community, and you're going to be able to find people that you can go fishing with on a more regular basis and make friends that way and get the community a little bit closer. So I think that's going to be a really, really fun thing for you guys as well as for us. We're definitely looking forward to it. So June 24th, Louis Bay Camp. I think we're going to get there at 6 a.m. is like the meetup time, launching by like 6:30. I think is the idea or the plan, which isn't necessarily particularly early because the sun's coming up now. It's pretty much fishably light at 6 a.m. Sun's coming up at about 5:30. You can start seeing light on the horizon, so it's a little bit not like we might miss a little bit of the topwater bite, but it still should be pretty good. And I think a lot of people are going to be there. So, but the one thing is, if you're coming, bring money because I think they're going to charge you to launch there. I think it's $5 if I'm not mistaken. I think so. Bring cash because it's a good place to leave your truck and your car. So I don't mind paying the launch fee to have a safe place to keep my things while we're fishing. So it might be a launch fee there. So bring some money on the side. All right, let's catch up. I think we're way behind. I'm not gonna be able to catch up. So keep throwing, I guess, questions in now. Should we do questions?
Yeah.
And what topics? Not only questions, what topics you guys want us to cover tonight? We're gonna live stream for about an hour. Cora's gonna be here for another about 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna take over and finish it off in the next 30. And then we're gonna start the next video at the end of this. So that'll be fun.
You're gonna what? Start the next video?
Well, I'm gonna start the next video
like
during the live stream because we're going fishing in the morning. I'm gonna start the video. It'll work. Just believe me. It'll work. All right. Let's see. A lot of people saying you're coming. Dawson's coming. Cool. What's up, The Realist? What's up, man? When's your Rockport meetup? I can help. We have not announced the Rockport meetup. We are going to do a Corpus meetup, though. There's going to be a meetup in Corpus, probably mid-July. I'll announce more on that in the upcoming weeks once we get closer to that. But mid-July, probably the second or third weekend of July, is when we're going to be down in Corpus doing a Corpus meetup. So I will give you guys more information on that as we get closer. We got to finalize some details on that. What if we don't have a yak? Can we still show up? You can absolutely show up if you want to, but we are actually going to be going out and kayak fishing. We're not going to be fishing from the bank there. So if you want to just come out, say hi, meet people, meet us, you're more than welcome to do that. We will be at that launch at 6 a.m. We're probably going to be heading out of the launch at about 6:30. What about meetup in Corpus Christi? What day? Yeah, like I said, getting all that in the future. Are y'all married? No. It's a sore subject, man. It's a sore subject. We are not as of yet. But June 24th is actually our 7-year, and I saw that in the screen. I saw that little eye look you gave me. June 24th is actually our 7-year anniversary. So
We will be fishing with you guys.
do you recommend a forum website for linking up with other kayak fishermen? TKF seems good. I don't know about any other. Yeah, TKF is probably a good spot for you guys to hook up and go out and meet people and kayak fish. It's pretty good spot. Best spot in Texas City Dike. I'm going this Friday. There's one spot on both sides that is halfway decent. It's just a deep gut, and honestly, it's hard to describe where those deep guts are. But usually, it's kind of close to one of the power lines, or not power lines. One of the old like buoy rig markers. The really tall ones. That's a pretty good area on the dike. Black drum will run through there quite a bit, but it's kind of a little bit tough fishing on the dike lately. Pinfish or mullet for live bait? Mullet, I would. Did you watch the NBA Finals? I did not, because as soon as the Spurs get knocked out, basketball is over for me, because I pretty much hate every other team. So I stress too much when I watch basketball. So when the Spurs are out, I have to just relax. Best colors for redfish. I've got a video on the channel about colors and when to choose what colors. I want to go to the meetup, but I don't have a car. Texas inshore anyway. Hey, shoot me an email where you live at. I might be able to find, maybe other people can pick you up, or we can figure something out there, man. Shoot me an email. How did Cora lose a boat? So, that is actually the kind of the theme of that video I was talking about that I'm going to do highly edited, and the story behind that. We weren't on a boat. She didn't like lose a boat. It flipped and sunk. It was, let's just say it was, I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, don't.
It was, okay. Just think about tournaments that are going on nowadays, and yeah, that's the only hint I'm going to give you. Okay. And like I said, guys, if I miss your comments, come put them back up, because there's a lot coming through. What's your input on Thresher Fishing? I hate him. No, I'm just kidding. We've known each other for a long time. We went to the same middle school. We're both from San Antonio. I didn't really talk to him at all in middle school because he was tall and played basketball, and I was short and didn't play basketball. So there was that. But no, he's a good guy. We go fishing a couple times, and we're always ribbing on each other. But no, he's got a great channel. He's got a fantastic channel. Kicking us out the water right now. He's doing really good stuff on his channel. He makes some really good content. Best jig head to use: Z-Man, Trout Eye, Rockport Rattler, Hellraiser, or Naughty Hooker. Funny thing, I've got all four in my tackle box right now, and honestly, I can't give you an answer on that. I use different ones for different situations, but I've got all four of those, and I like them all, really. I really like the way the Hellraisers, I've started using Hellraisers, and I really like the way that those work. What about the Houston Rockets? We're Spurs fans. I apologize to all you Rockets fans that we had to destroy all your hopes and dreams this year, but can you say hi to 6-year-old Alejandro? What's up, Alejandro?
Hello.
When are you fishing with Nino again? We'll probably fish with him mid-July when we go down for the meetup. We'll probably do a video out with Nino again. He's been on some crazy fish, so if you guys want to go on a trip, hit him up. He is on fish right now. He's catching fish. So go to Nino at redtailrods.com. Email him. Tell him I sent you there if you guys want to go out on a guided trip. He's been slaying them down in Corpus lately. What's your favorite football team? My parents are from Buffalo, so I gotta say Buffalo. They're just really horrible. I just kind of enjoy watching. I'm not a diehard for any particular football team, but I do enjoy watching it quite a bit. Go Spurs go, that's what I like to see. Do you fish Port Aransas? I actually grew up fishing Port Aransas. Those are my home waters. Galveston is not my home waters. Port Aransas area is my home waters. So yes, I fish there quite a bit. Can't wait to meet you guys. My birthday is on the 25th. Well, happy early birthday, and looking forward to seeing you at the meetup. Is there camping at the meetup in Hitchcock? No camping. It's a boat launch bait camp. There's not any camping areas nearby. Not quite.
No.
You should go fishing with me in East Bay. Just bought a Kenner. That's cool, man. I hope you're enjoying your new boat. Hit me up on the email. You went to the same school as me. I saw you at U of H, if I'm not mistaken. I did. I went to U of H. I did go to U of H. Do you use down south lures? I do. They're one of the soft plastics I use. I use quite a bit of them. And I like them in different situations. Like if I'm fishing deeper water, I like them on down souths because the tail, when I'm jigging, the tail falling is a really good way to retrieve those down souths. We are an SA and huge Spurs fans. Well, we're from SA and we're huge Spurs fans. Have you ever used a 16th ounce jig head before? That is all I use, pretty much. Unless it's windy, I'll go up to like an 8th. But 90% of the time, we're throwing 16th ounce jig heads. Any jetty fishing videos coming soon? Have not fished jetties, and I really only will fish jetties on during the bull red run in the winter, October, November. Where can I find the pink hunchback? Actually, go to hunchbacklurestore.com. They hooked me up with a bunch of hunchbacks that I've been using a lot of lately. They're the new dealer for hunchbacks in the United States. They were gone for like 2 years, and now they're back with different owners. So Hunchback, I think I've got hunchbackluresstore.com is where you can get the pink hunchbacks. All right, go Cougs, yes. So it'll just be for the day in Hitchcock then. Yes, that day is it. When are you gonna buy a motorboat? When I get a job and can afford it. That's probably when I'll get one, and I'm looking forward to getting one. But it'll probably be a little bit down the road. But that is definitely
There's a list of things.
There's a list of things that need to happen before that, but definitely gonna happen. We guys fish the Bama Mississippi coast area. Would love to meet up with you too. We've wanted to make kind of a trip to Florida, fishing the coast on the way over to like the Panhandle of Florida area. So whenever we plan that out, I'll definitely be asking people to hit me up, and we'll stop and fish with people the whole way along the way. Would you go to Oso Bay or Redfish Bay for this weekend? Redfish Bay. I'd probably say Redfish Bay, just because I know there have been actually more fish in the Rockport area than there have been in the Corpus area lately. A lot of guides have been making the run over to Rockport as opposed to fishing Oso. Just try Homewrecker Lures.
Sweet.
Actually, I've met the owner of that. They look like they're fantastic, so that's a pretty good lure. I actually haven't tried them before, but the owner's pretty cool. Hi, I live in Florida. I'm getting an FS12T. Can I email you or call you? You can email me because I want to make sure I'm getting everything I need, and I'm only 13. I want to offshore fishing. I want to go offshore fishing with it, keep it up. The FS12T is not a great offshore kayak. Let me just put that right out there. If I were you, and being 13 years old, one, you need to probably go out with an adult when you're going to go offshore, because it's not an easy thing to do. It's definitely dangerous, and I would not recommend the 12T for offshore fishing. It's great for bays and marshes, but offshore, the Ascend line, I wouldn't recommend using them offshore. What's up, Tommy? Oh, Tommy's coming out to the meetup.
Oh, yay.
Finally put that kayak to use. Have you been using it lately, man? Do you have any fishing locations in Rockport? There's a couple. I would get the hook and line map for the area, and you can find some really good ones in that area. Hunchback is currently sold out of the pink right now. Oh, hold on. Let me see.
Don't watch your toes. No, my dog did not fart. She was drinking her water. She did not fart.
Someone asked if she farted?
Yeah. If she would have farted, I would have laughed.
You mean that hunchback? The pink hunchback? Is that the one you're talking about? That one?
We've had that since like March.
Well, they gave it to us. So. Ugh. Yeah, I love pink. Pink is actually one of my favorite colors of this. But they've actually been catching a lot. I follow them on Instagram. They've been doing a lot with like this purple chartreuse hunchback. It's been like killing them lately. So try that one. We have a black and silver. Black and silver is always a good color. And honestly, color I don't think matters all that much. I think it's more the action of these things. And for those of you guys who aren't very good at throwing topwater lures but want something, that the fish will still explode on the top, this is just a straight retrieve lure. That's all you need to do with this, and it runs just under the surface of the water. So for those of you who don't know how to throw topwaters, hunchbacks are a good place to start.
Oh, my sweet girl.
Cats or dogs? Dogs.
Dogs.
Dogs. Don't even, not even a question. Not even a question. My kids want to know the name of your dog. Her name is Zoe. That is her name. Oh, what's going on here? What area of Galveston is best to fish this weekend? If you can give any insight, would appreciate it. Depends on what you want to go for. It definitely depends on what you want to fish for. If you want to go for redfish, I would find marshes. That's where a lot of the fish are right now, pretty deep in marshes in those areas. So I would find drains and marsh drains on an outgoing tide, fish those marsh drains. On an incoming tide, go deep into the marsh. That's kind of the way I fish those areas. I want a 13 reel so bad. They are quite nice. I've actually been really liking Lew's lately though. Like my Lew's Tournament Pro G is my favorite reel to throw right now. What's up, Chase and Tail? What's up, man? Hobie Quest 13 if anybody likes one. What does that mean? Does Zoe ever go fishing with y'all? She does not. She's 100 pounds of pure German Shepherd. So.
Yeah, and she doesn't listen very well.
Well, yeah, that's her fault.
Okay.
It's not my fault.
It is my fault.
Thresher Fishing with $5. Big fan. I appreciate that, Thresher. The big $5 bomb. Thresher Fishing. And he was a little tiny channel when we were around for a while, and now he's big, and now he's a big fan of us. What can we say? Everyone say shout out to Thresher. Shout out to Thresher, people. Let's get some Thresher chant in the chat. What's your master's degree in? Petroleum engineering is my master's. My bachelor's is in mechanical engineering. So if you got any jobs, hook a brother up. Hey, Thresher. Secret mission is a go. Yeah, you know what, Coop? Everyone at the beginning was saying that they were expecting this to be your secret mission, for you to be up here and like doing something here. So, what's up with that? Actually, text me and tell me what your secret mission is, because I'm actually kind of interested in that secret mission you got going on right now. Best way to determine if the wake is a red or a mullet in murky water. Shout out Thresher. Actually, look at the wake that they push off. A redfish will push a deeper V, and it'll actually be a double. The mullet will just push single, and mullet will zigzag. So if you see something making quick cuts and turns, those are mullet. Redfish will push off in one direction, and they might curve a bit side to side, but they won't be like really hard angles. So if you see mullet are the ones making the hard angle turns. Secret mission is happening right now. I guess people need to be on the lookout for that. Oil industry is bad right now. You're correct. It is down, but it's coming up a bit. When I started my master's, the oil industry was booming. So, what can you do? But it's actually not that bad. Stuff's coming up right now. My wife and I love watching your videos. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. You and Thresher need to fish again. I would agree with that, actually. I would definitely agree with that. We'll probably hook up when we go down to Corpus again, and maybe try to fish another video. But he's so big now. He might not want to actually fish with us.
Or he might want to fish with a real fisherman.
Yeah.
Fisherwoman.
Oh God. So I'm not invited. Is basically what you're saying?
You are invited.
A Thresher and Cora episode? I don't think I'm cool with that. I'm not cool with that. How did y'all meet?
At a mutual's friend's bowling party, birthday party.
When we were like, I was
17.
And I was 18. So, long time ago.
Way back in the day.
Can you say, what's up, Terrell Williams? What's up? Terrell? I'm guessing Terrell Williams?
William.
What's up, man? You and Thresher should compete in fishing. We kind of do whenever we go out, for some reason. It's always a competition. We're competitive people. That's why whenever we go fishing, it's always a competition between us. But I think we should do a challenge video. Like a us versus Thresher challenge video. What do you guys think about that? When's your next wade fishing video coming out? We're actually going wade fishing tomorrow. So hopefully things go well and that comes out very soon. I just wanted to get the word out. A Z-Man Diesel Minnow lure, 6 yak trips, 6 limits of redfish work. I've retired the gulp. Cool, man. I'm gonna stick to my gulp. I like my gulps. Actually, we don't throw gulps all that often. Like tournament day, I'll bring the gulps out, but other than that, just pop and cork and gulp is really the only thing we'll throw gulps on. I've never used those Z-Mans. There's so many good, like, a lot of people like are diehards in certain lures and they think other lures suck. To me, I think they're all so similar. They all can catch fish. The differences between them are all so subtle that I don't really think. I think what you should choose a lure on is based on how well it stands up on the jig head and how much action you get out of the tail. that's kind of the way I look at what I would choose for jig head or for soft plastics. I don't know what I'm saying.
You lost your train of thought.
Saw y'all walking out of Field and Stream today. Hope to see y'all on the water one day. That was us. I was actually funny.
What? I
What?
was gonna say we were there today.
We were there today. We went. I had to go buy all new gulps for a tournament we're fishing this weekend because, funny story, my parents were in town. We were fishing, kayak fishing this past weekend when my parents were in town for my dad's birthday. We had fun. The night after, my parents' truck got broken into. My fishing bag with all my gear, all of it, all my lures, all my jig heads, all my GoPros, all 4 of my GoPros were in the bag in the back seat when my parents' truck got broken into. And my gulps were all in there, everything. I had gulps in a bucket, basically. And they had all my GoPros taken out of my bag. They started ripping through my bag, obviously. And I guess they broke into another car, 2 cars down from us. And when they broke that window, the alarm went off and they got spooked. So we woke up the next morning, went outside, the window was broken in. I opened my bag, all my GoPros are out of my bag. I'm going, oh God, this is great. Turns out they got spooked so much that they just threw my GoPros. They ended up all over the truck, but they didn't take any of my GoPros. Somehow, just miracle, I think, that they didn't walk out all 4 of my GoPros with all the footage from the night before on them. Why they were in the truck, I don't know, because I never leave them in the truck. I think we were
really tired.
We were just exhausted at the end of the day, and I just didn't want to go back down to get them. But yeah, so I actually got them all. They just threw them all over the truck. They didn't actually take them because they got spooked so bad. And actually, they didn't take anything out of our car. So, which is good. It's definitely good. So I got really, really, really lucky. But the downside to that is, and back to the point of the Field and Stream is, when they took the gulps out of my bag, and when I was putting stuff back in my bag, and before my parents left, I didn't put the gulps back in. So my parents took all my gulps back to San Antonio. So
that's why we had to go to Field and Stream.
We had to go to Field and Stream to replenish all my gulps because we're fishing a tournament this weekend. So there's the big circle story of what happened there. Are you a J.J. Watt fan? I am. Quite like them. If I had to root for a football team, I don't root against the Texans ever. If the Texans are playing, I root for them. And if the Bills are playing, I root for them. Other than that, I kind of just enjoy watching football. I just bought a used Attack 140. Where would be a good place to start fishing in the G-Town area? G-Town. Galveston, I'm guessing? Or H-Town. Did you mean G-Town or H-Town? Because G and H are very close on the keyboard.
I don't know.
In a fight, who would win, you or Thresher? Me. Not even a question.
Thresher could like step on Andrew. That's a question. Sorry. I love you. But it's so true.
She's supposed to be on my side. What the heck? Ugh. What wading belt do you recommend? Wade Right by Coastal Fishing Gear. Go to coastalfishinggear.com, get the Wade Right system, use the code TRH20, TRH20, TRH20 for 20% off on the Wade belt. And that not only helps us, but you get a pretty good Wade belt for 20% off. So, but yeah, that's the Wade belt. It's actually right there in the blue bag right behind, because we're going wade fishing tomorrow. That is the Wade belt that I use. I like a lot. You've seen it in the wade fishing episodes. So if you want to check out it in action, go check out the wade fishing episodes. Hunchback not sold anywhere around me. I'm 6 hours from the coast. That is true. They just got back in March. The new owners just took over in March. So if you want hunchbacks, go to hunchbacklurestore.com to get your hunchback lures. That's really the only place to get them. They're trying to get in retailers. They're actually trying to get into Academy, Cabela's, Dick's. They're trying to get in all the big box stores. Once they do that, then you're going to be able to get them all. But they're pretty much the new distributor, and right now the only place to get them is online. But you can check those out, hunchbacklurestore.com. Have you ever tried a live target lure? I have, and I do not like them at all. They are expensive, and I don't think you catch any more fish with a live target than you do with cheaper lures out there. Are you fishing Cats tournament in Ramses Pass? I am not. What's Cora's favorite artificial lures?
I will use whatever lure Andrew hands me. I don't know, honestly.
You know the lures, but
Well, like Down South, Bass Assassin.
it's pretty much
But
all
pretty
we
much,
throw.
I'm like, Andrew, what are you using? And he'll give me what he's using.
She just likes fishing, and I do the thinking.
I like the catching part.
I do the planning. I do the attacking. I do the game plan. I pick where we're gonna go. I pick based on conditions where we're gonna go. I pick the lures based on watercolor, based on current, based on all that stuff. And I hand her the one. She just likes fishing. I do all the game planning.
Like, he wakes me up, we get in the car, and then we're there. And sometimes I fall asleep. So I'm like, oh, where we need to be to go fishing. So
Pretty much. Dorilla says Galveston. Come on out to the meetup, June 24th. You just got a kayak. Come on out. Let's hang out. I'll show you that Pierce Marsh area and kind of teach you guys how to fish the marsh and how I attack the marsh from Van and down. So yeah, try Louis Bait Camp. Sportsman's Road's probably another good place to start. A couple other areas in the Galveston. Definitely good. Lou Mods, what up? Love the channel. Great channel. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Are you making a video tomorrow? Yes, we are absolutely making a video tomorrow. It's actually going to start at the end of this live stream. It's past 8:36.
I know, I'm going to leave in 10 minutes.
10 minutes? All right. Never used a bait caster. What do you feel are the advantages compared to spinning reels? I only throw popping corks on spinning reels. I don't even throw popping corks on bait casters, but I only have one spinning reel. I have how many bait casters? The reason I use bait casters is accuracy. You can be way, way, way more accurate with a bait caster. I can make more casts with a bait caster. It's one click cast. It's not like the whole flip the bail, use your finger, throw. I just get better casts. I'm more accurate. I actually can get pretty good distance with the bait caster. I think all around a bait caster, to me, is better. Some people are different. Some people don't like them. It's all personal preference. But for me, throwing a bait caster, especially when I'm sight fishing for redfish in the marsh, a bait I'm completely inaccurate with a spinning rod. So with a bait caster, I can drop it on a dime. So that's why I use a bait caster. Hey Drew, love y'all video. Would love to get to fish with y'all one day. Coming out to the meetup. We're doing a meetup June 24th in Galveston. Use swim baits? Yes, we use a lot of swim baits. Got a Pescador Pro 120 for my birthday. So excited. Solid.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And she catches bigger fish. True. Very true. Did you get the Concept C fixed? I did. The Concept C is back in action. I need to re-spool it with line, but it is back in action. FTU, Fish and Tackle Unlimited. Real nice. Hook and line maps show a lot of legit spots for kayaking. Very true. I actually have a video out on how I find spots on hook and line. The realist with the $2. You the man, man. You the man. So yeah, that's kind of my recommendation. Sportsman's Road, just to go back over your question since you donated. Louis Bait Camp, good place to start. And then like Matt Saldivar said, hook and line maps. That's how I find all my spots, how I study spots, find reefs for trout. It's all in there. So awesome. Thank you for the $2. We really appreciate that. And every dime you guys donate goes right back into the channel. So thanks a lot, bro. You've always been a big help to me. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. You've been here for a long time. I see, he's always in live streams. So we appreciate your support. We really do. I'm ready for the fall fishing. Going to be exciting. I agree. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's so hot right now. It's hard to fish past 10 or 11 o'clock. But fall fishing, it's going to be fun. But summer's good. I really like summer. The marshes heat up in the summer. Fantastic. I saw Nino from Redtail Rods, and it was like I saw a celebrity. You should go up to him and tell him that. Get him to sign an autograph. He really enjoys that. What hunchback lure do you recommend? Apparently pink's out of stock. I really like the pink one. Silver and black. Clown has actually been working really well lately, the clown color. And then I've seen a lot of pictures from their Instagram that they're catching a lot on the purple chartreuse. So, DMAC Outdoors, can you give us a shout out, please? I really need subs. DMAC Outdoors. But yeah, man, just keep it up. Just keep doing. We didn't have a lot of subs for a long time. We grew steadily over the first couple months. And
yeah.
I think if you just keep doing the content, keep up what you're doing, then you know, it helps out a lot, and just enjoy it. Enjoy making your videos, and people will keep watching them. So, Scott Smith with the $5.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. You've been here for a while too. I always see your comments. We appreciate your support, and you're always in the live stream. So, definitely appreciate it, man. How do you donate? Honestly, I'm not really sure. I think there's a super chat link that you guys can click on. I'm not exactly sure. I've tried to do it like in Thresher streams, and my computer like doesn't work with it for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, I think it's just there's like a super chat button on the bottom. That's like a $sign. There's like a smiley face emoji in the bottom left, and then a super chat next to it, and that's like the donation. You guys don't have to donate. We're not asking for donations. We really appreciate you guys who are donating, but if you want to, that's the way to do it. Oh, let's ban you. See ya, buddy. What do you think is the best first kayak? You know that Pescador Pro, they ended up going really cheap. I think they were on sale at Academy for like $400. I've heard really good stuff on that. I like the Ascend stuff, Ascend line, Ascend FS12T, the 128T. That's kind of a good way to start as well. But I would just recommend doing a lot of research before you go out and buy. What do you think about the Shimano Chronarch MGL 150? Only thing with Shimano is I've had problems with them dying on me in saltwater. That's my only gripe. They're great reels. Freshwater, fantastic reels. I've had a little bit of problem with them in saltwater.
I'll be right back.
What was the code for the Wade Right belt? The code for the Wade Right belt is TRH20, like Texas Redfish Hunter, TRH20, 20. TRH20. 20% off. Y'all gonna be at the boat show? Which one? We usually go to a lot of them. How come you don't become a guide? I get this question a lot, and I might down the line, but I really enjoy making videos. I really enjoy filmmaking. I really enjoy editing, and there's a lot of guides out there who know a lot more than I do, and I think once I guess the way I look at it is I don't want to just become a guide because people want to go fishing with me. I want to like do meetups and stuff so people can come fishing with me. I don't need to make money at it. I don't want it to be like, oh, I don't even want to go fishing, but this person's paying me to go. Does that kind of make sense? Down the line, I definitely will be a guide. It's not something that I'm going to do here in the very near future, but I will be a guide down the line once I'm comfortable enough with, you know, guiding and doing that. I just think there's so many good guides out there right now. Like Captain Phil Spencer, for instance, if you're a kayak guy and you want to go on a guided trip, like in that Corpus area, he's fantastic. I guess that's kind of, does that make sense? Does that answer your question? I'm just not in the position right now that I want to be a guide. I want to help people out. I want to make videos to help people out. I want to learn, teach people, help them learn how to kayak fish. And I think I can do that with videos. I don't necessarily need to be a guide to do that. You understand what I'm saying? But that's why we're doing the meetup, so that we can go out and fish with all you guys who always want to go fishing with us, as opposed to guiding. So that way you guys get a free trip out of it and don't have to pay me. Does that make sense? Guess you can't donate off your phone. Like I said, I do not know. I think there's a link, but it probably isn't available on your phone yet. I'm not quite sure. What's up, Get Real Bass Fishing? Scott Smith, hey, question. How long does it take to get to the point where you catch fish all the time? There's never a point. Honestly, there's never a point where you're going to catch fish all the time. There are days where fish just have lockjaw. Recently, a couple weeks ago, I went and fished Matagorda. We were pre-fishing for a tournament that we actually got coming up this weekend. And we found schools. I saw 500 redfish. I'm not even kidding you. I'm going to put it on video. It's coming out here pretty soon. 500 redfish. No joke, 500 redfish I saw that day. I caught one. They were so skittish. They had lockjaw. They wouldn't eat anything. They wouldn't touch anything. I threw everything I had at them. I don't even think they would have eaten live bait that day. So sometimes the conditions just aren't right. The one thing about it is I think it's more percentages. You're never going to go out there and catch fish all the time, I don't think. But you can put yourself in situations that you're more likely going to catch fish than not. And I think consistency is what makes a good fisherman. Not necessarily smoking them every single time, but consistently catching fish, I think, is a big key. So I don't want to say you're ever going to get to the point where you're going to catch fish all the time, but I think you will get to a point where you're confident enough in the decisions you're making and getting out there and fishing that confidence will help you catch fish more often than not. that makes sense to you guys. Back in new clothing, I see.
Yeah.
Scott Smith, you'll be there on the 24th. Can't wait. Can't wait to meet you, man. Again, thank you for your donation. 13 reels good for saltwater. Also, how good is the Inception? I've had no problems with them. Besides the Concept C broke on me after about a year and a half. The Concept C did break on me probably because it was using saltwater, but that's all good now. That Inception was the reel that got pulled over the kayak when that redfish pulled the rod out of my hand. And I actually just kind of opened it up and barely cleaned it a little bit, and it's still running great. So the Inception, I think, is a great starting bait casting reel. It's not as good, obviously, as the A. I think the A is probably their best reel that they've made. But I like them. They're not bad. A lot of people, again, it's all personal preference. There's good things and bad things about each and every reel. But as long as you rinse off your reels, you take care of them with salt water, they don't have any problem. I think that goes for pretty much any salt or any freshwater reel that you want to use in salt. If you take care of it, it's going to be okay. Xbox or PlayStation? Xbox. Used to play games a lot more. I don't play games at all anymore. At all. But I have an Xbox One. I got that on day one. So the very first day Xbox One came out, I got it. I was like the third in line to get it because I was a huge nerd about Xbox games back then. But yeah, I've had PlayStation. I think the PS3 was the last one that I bought. Everything from then on, I've done Xbox. Are you going to make any more videos in Moses Lake? I'm sure we will. We haven't fished there in over a year.
Probably.
Over a year we haven't fished there, but we probably will end up making our way back there. It's still a great spot to fish. Love the channel. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Switch to desktop mode on your phone to donate.
There you go.
There you go. Nick coming in clutch. Thanks, Nick. Been kayak fishing almost 3 years, still not catching them steady. It takes a long time, honestly, man. It takes a long time. But maybe we can teach you some of our techniques when you come out to the meetup. Have y'all used DOA shrimp? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of DOA shrimp, to be honest, because I think you can pretty much buy gulps at the same price as DOA, and gulps to me work better. It's kind of the way I look at it. How much water do you usually get in holes of FS12T? None, usually. Yeah. Great answer, sir. Appreciate it. Thanks, man. What engineering field is your master's degree in? Petroleum. I never use scupper plugs, and the most that stays in the rear of the FS12T, maybe an inch or two. Yeah, I don't use the scupper plugs either. I don't think it's a good idea to have your scupper plugs in there. Do you ever catch any snook? We have caught snook before, but they're not very abundant up here in the Galveston area or even in the Corpus area. You'll catch them off jetties. So the jetties do hold some snook in Texas, and down south towards South Padre Island, you'll catch some good amount of snook. It's not something we target very regularly here in Texas, but we definitely have caught snook before, and they're a great fish to catch. You play Borderlands? I used to. Well, the first ever Borderlands I played. I did play the first ever Borderlands.
I don't even know what that
Cora
is.
doesn't know what that is because she was that was a long time ago, so I don't even know if we were together at that point. But yeah, I played Borderlands like the very first one that ever came out. Are live target baits worth the money? No, not in my opinion. I think you catch just as many fish on cheaper baits as you would on the live target baits. That is my personal opinion. I'm not saying they don't work, I'm just saying, are they worth the money? Probably not, because other top waters like the She-Dog, I catch more fish on the She-Dog than anything. So, Alvin, I love the channel, I've learned a lot. You should come to San Antonio to catch redfish at Calaveras Lake. There's a video on our channel of me catching redfish at Calaveras Lake. We're from San Antonio, so we're very familiar with that area. The only problem I have with Calaveras Lake is it's either on fire or dead. Like, there's no fish being caught. That's the way I've looked at Calaveras. We either smoke them or we catch nothing. There's really no in between at Calaveras, for us at least. It's definitely a different style of fishing over at Calaveras Lake. You should make a contest for the 24th meetup. For the 24th meetup, that's a good point. I am going to be doing giveaways. I'm going to be giving away a lot of hats at the meetup. So if you come, you can win some stuff. And maybe we'll do like a little informal contest for the 24th, like biggest redfish or biggest trout or heaviest stringer or something, to make it fun. If you guys want to do that, we'll talk about it that morning. We'll talk about it and see what you guys want to do. Trout support. 2 people off talking about trout sport. I have heard great things about trout sport. A lot of people swear by them. I actually have never watched any of the videos, but I've heard really good things about them. So definitely, I would probably check them out. What's up, man? FPVS Parks. You guys should do a video at Calaveras Lake. Like I said, we have one. It's a long time ago, probably a year and a half ago that we made that video, but we have filmed there. And I've filmed there since, and I've caught like 2 fish. So I didn't even put those videos out. Would you rather lose a big redfish or $1,000? Big redfish.
I could use $1,000.
It depends on how big. It depends on how big. Now, if you specify how big, then we might talk. But as of right now, I kind of need $1,000. I can't just lose $1,000 right now. Have you ever fished out of or used the D10T? I have not. I think 10 foot is too small. That's my personal opinion. Thanks for the giveaway hats and lures. Was able to catch a couple good trout in Rockport a couple weekends ago using the unfair lures. Sweet. I actually sent Michael Martin. What he's referring to is he was one of the hat winners on a previous giveaway. I ended up taking like a month to actually send the hat out because I got so busy with everything going on. I threw a couple other lures, like unfair lures and stuff, and into his prize package. So it's good to see that you're catching them. That's awesome. That's awesome. What line do you have on the Penn Battle 2? 30-pound Power Pro braid. What color gulps? I like chartreuse gulps from a mullet. I like new penny chartreuse shrimp, and I like root beer chartreuse of the Rippletail mullet. When might a trip to Port Arthur again be? Probably. I don't have any particular plans, but I'm sure we will go. I'll buy that hunchback off of you. $200 and it's yours.
That's expensive.
That is expensive, but I know they're hard to come by. The pink hunchbacks are. You should come up to Anaheim one day and fish with me. I have fished there quite a bit. I actually went and fished with Rex Del Rey and Shane Couvert, aka Magic Yacker, up there one day. It was fun. A lot of gators. That'd be great for me. Cool.
Yeah.
Can you give my Instagram a shout out? TXAngler115. Go check them out, guys. Down South Lures has a pink lure or purple lure. Yeah, they do. They have like every color. 33 inch. Yeah, 33 inches. 33 inch redfish. Yeah, I'd lose those all day over $1,000. It would have to be 50. If you're talking a 50-inch red or $1,000, I'd rather lose $1,000.
We've already lost the 50-inch.
No, you have lost a 50-inch red. I've never. I guess
teamwork.
the teamwork, yeah. But you have lost probably mid-50s redfish that we had up next to the boat, and yeah, they'll poof.
Sad day.
Are you on TKF Facebook or the actual forum? I'm on the Facebook page, but I don't really follow it too hard. I just don't have time, to be honest. Randy, what up? New to the show, love the content. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Can you recommend a store-bought rod for my concept reel all around for trout, reds, flounder? Depends on your budget. Put your budget. I'll answer it based on your budget. Where will the Corpus meetup be at? It'll be probably near the causeway, I would say, is where it would probably be. Somewhere in North Padre area. Off what was that road? Off of Spid, somewhere. That's probably where it would be at. Any trips to Port Arthur planned? Not as of right now. I have no trips planned there. Have you done much West Bay fishing? Yes, a lot of West Bay fishing. Have you ever turtled a yak? My first ever kayak I ever went on at Calaveras Lake. Here it is again. I did turtle it. It was a 10-foot pelican. I lost about $100 in spoons and rattle traps, and it was not a good day. I swore that day, that was the first day I ever kayak fished, and I swore, I'm not even kidding you, after that I swore I would never kayak fish again. I was like, this is the stupidest thing ever, I hate it, it's dumb, it's stupid. So if a lot of people are like, on one of my kayak videos I said I would never recommend a 10-foot pelican. That's only because of personal experience, because the first one I ever went out on, I turtled and lost $100 worth of lures on Calaveras Lake. So, yeah. But yes, that was the only time I ever turtled, because after that, I got kayaks that are a lot harder to drown. What are you drinking? Crown and Coke? It is Crown, but it is not Coke. It's Crown and it's actually Crown Apple and Manzanita Soul. It's the first time I've ever made it, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a lot of apple. It's very appley, but
I told you it would be.
it's not bad. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually Gatorade. It's Gatorade. Love y'all's video because both y'all fish together. That's cool from the CC area. Thanks, man. The Serious Tackle still the Hunchbacks. So Serious Tackle, he used to be the distributor in the United States. He is no longer, but I think he still has a lot in stock at his store. I think. I'm pretty sure he does. But I don't think he's no longer the distributor. There's a new distributor, and that's the hunchbackluresstore.com, guys. Are you going to use live bait on the 24th? You can. The bait shop will have live bait. I will not be using live bait, but you can buy live bait there as well. Just bought a FS12T. Love it. Sweet. Do a reaction video. Reaction to what? I see you have a Blair Wiggins rod in the back. That is not a Blair Wiggins rod. That is a custom green, Cora's custom green Redtail rod, 7'2". It is not a Blair Wiggins rod. Sorry to disappoint you. What's your real job other than YouTube? YouTube is my only job right now.
Yep.
Everyone turtles at least once. I would probably say. If y'all checked out Lighthouse Lake, that'd be a great place for me to. Lighthouse Lakes gets hit way too hard for me to fish there. I mean, I fish there quite a bit. I have fished there a lot. There's a lot of good marsh, and there are some good fish that get caught out there. But for me, it gets hit so hard by so many people, it's a little bit tough to catch fish there. Didn't know you were planning on Corpus Meet. Do you have a date planned for that? Like I said, no date planned yet. It'll be mid-July, either the second or third weekend of July, and keep on the lookout on the channel for that. Just tuning in, watching from SAFD Station 38. Thank you so much for what you do. I really appreciate that, Jesse, because I know it's not an easy time for SAFD after losing one about a month ago now, probably a couple weeks ago. That hit us all hard. So thank you so much for what you do, man. We really appreciate it. What's your favorite red bait? Topwater, she-dog, pink she-dog. Would you rather lose a 30-inch trout or a 30-inch flounder? I'd rather lose a 30-inch flounder because a 30-inch trout this time of year will win you a boat. Used to live in... Actually, a 30-inch flounder would actually probably win you a boat too. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. But I really want a 30-inch trout. Like, that is my goal. 30-inch trout is my goal. So once I do that, I might want a 30-inch flounder. But I've gotten some big flounder, and I've gotten really close with trout. But I really want to break that 30 mark. Like, that is my next fishing goal, is a 30-inch trout. And we've hit them hard. Like, we've fished hard for big trout this summer. Like, so far we've fished hard for big trout. And we've caught some good ones, but still haven't broken that 30. Are Yeti coolers worth the money? Absolutely. And we've got two of them. There's one right there, and there's one back in San Antonio. But I love Yeti coolers. To me, that's the only cooler I'll ever get. I used to destroy coolers. I mean, absolutely destroy coolers. I'd go through a cooler a month. Finally got a Yeti cooler. She bought me one for my birthday, and it has lasted for the last 3 years. No issues at all whatsoever. I love Yeti coolers. That is where my loyalty lies there. How do you trip a down south lure for reds and trout? I jig it up and down. They work really good on the fall, so I jig it in. Will Thresher be at the Corpus meetup? I'll be talking to him. I'm hoping he will be. But I'm not going to say for sure, because I have not talked to him yet about it. Shout out to losing your gear at Calaveras. LOL, shaking my head. Yep, $100 worth. There's probably $100,000, probably more worth of gear at the bottom of Calaveras Lake. I'm just going to say that. $100 to $120 for the store-bought rod question.
I don't know.
I would say Falcon. I would say Falcon. Falcon makes a decent rod in that price range. But if you email me and I can probably give you a better answer for that. redhuntertx@gmail.com. When's the last time you've been to South Padre Island? Wow, it's been a while. It's been quite a while. What lure would you recommend for the meetup? Chartreuse Gulp Swim and Mullet is what I'd recommend, because there's going to be some good flounder in that area. That's my favorite flounder lure. Love your green eyes.
So do I.
Ooh, making me blush. Is Redtail going to stop with the rods and focus more on optics? That is true. That is absolutely true. Redtail is slowing down the rod production and really focusing on the optics because, guys, these Redtail optics are the real deal. I mean, they are on level, if not better, than any Costa you can put them up against. So I like him a lot. He's still going to make custom rods. So he will still build any custom rod you want. You can still order them through him. He is no longer going to make the production rods that we've been selling at shows, but he is going to still do all custom rods. Have you ever caught a snook in Corpus? I have seen them caught in Corpus. I have caught one at the jetties when I was really young. That was the only one I've caught, but I've seen them caught at the jetties in Corpus quite a bit. How much was Sea Dog's Redtail rod? The green one. Those ones, the full customs from top to bottom, you can pretty much customize anything you want, usually in the $350 to $400 range. But they're hand-built custom rods, top-end blanks. Those are the ones that you'd be getting with. But obviously they're our sponsor, so I mean, we love them. We love them. That's why we use them. Every one of my rods is a Redtail. And even though he's stopping productions, he's only going to go with customs. I'm not leaving him. I'm not going to a different rod company. No plans to do that because the rods are just absolutely the best rods we've ever used. So they are expensive. They're not for everybody. Custom rods just aren't for everybody in general. But if you really want a very high-end rod, I would go no further than going for a Redtail. And he still does have, I want to put this out there, he still has production rods, and he's blowing them out at very, very low sales prices. So email me if you're interested in getting one of the last one of the last production Redtail rods, because they are fantastic rods, and they're like pretty much half off at this point. So hit me up if you guys want to do that. Do you yak and Anahuac catch anything? I have before, and there's some good fish in Anahuac, but there's also a lot of gators. Have you tried Bugs Lures? Yep, love them. One of my favorite sight casting lures. Heath's a great guy, makes a fantastic lure. I love throwing them. Do you throw topwater for reds or trout even later in the morning / day, or only real early in the morning? I tend to throw them till the sun gets about 45 degrees. Once the sun's past 45 degrees, I'll stop throwing them. On an overcast day, I'll throw them all day. Next time you get a cooler, get an angle. I've had buddies with angles and they hold no ice. That's just, again, personal preference. I'm going to be going with Yeti. But I know a lot of people are about to go, they're so overpriced. I like them. Plus, I've got two, and I don't have any need to buy a cooler anytime soon because I have them. So I'm good with my Yetis. Are you in the CCA? Absolutely. Both of us are in the CCA. Thanks for all the videos and great fishing tips. Thanks, Joe. Do you have any way of donating? You can do it through the Super Chat. There's a little Super Chat button on the bottom by the emoji if you want to donate. Not saying you have to, but if you want to, that's how you do it. Is Cora a jealous girlfriend? She gets jealous sometimes when I go fishing without her, but no. She's chill. She's super chill. I'm a lucky guy. I bought a Lose Mach 2 bait cast combo from Kill House for $160 and it's lime green. Cool. I know Lose make. I don't know anything about Lose rods, but I really like Lose reels. What's y'all's favorite kayak? Hobie. Hobie Pro Angler 14 or the Hobie Outback. Those are our favorite kayaks. Oh, my favorite kayaks.
Wait, what?
Favorite kayaks.
Hobie, PA 14.
That's what we use.
It's a
Hobie
boat.
fishing. It's really, really hard to turtle those. You'd have to be trying or offshore in a crazy wave storm. Probably.
Well, not for real, but probably.
Do a tandem rig video. I actually have started filming one. Funny you should say that. I've started filming one. What's the biggest gar you've ever caught? Mine was 6'1". I didn't measure mine, but mine was actually while I was fishing a kayak tournament, and it was in the 5.5 foot range. There's a video on that if you want to check that out. It's a while back. Ever used Marker 54? I have not. Heard good stuff about him. I've also talked to the owner of that company. He's a really cool guy. He makes a pretty good lure. I've heard good stuff about him. I just personally have never tried them. Keep it a good rise. Y'all are legit. Thanks, Ruben. Appreciate it. Have you ever tried to fly fish for reds in Galveston? I have not. I'm not a fly fisherman. I used to be completely against the idea, but I'm slowly start coming around because a lot of people make it look really fun. So I kind of want to try it. I really do.
Me too.
Corey, have you ever done anything to help promote women's sport fishing? It seems fishing is a dying sport amongst younger women. I blame electronics and social media. First off, I think electronics and social media are to blame for a lot of the world's problems nowadays. But I think that's what the channel's about more than anything, is getting people out there and fishing.
But personally, no. I just
do this. This is kind of the way we reach out to get people into kayak fishing. Have you ever used Matrix/Vortex shad? I have. They are good lures. Are you guys Astros fans? I'm not a huge baseball fan. I do apologize. What about Chicken Boys? Again, good lure. Chicken Boys have some good action. Also know the owner of that company. He's a crazy dude. That dude is insane. If you ever go to a show, go to the Chicken Boy booth and talk to the owner. That dude is insane, and I love it. I want a Hobie Revo 13 next year. Fast yaks. Those are definitely good. When is Hobie going to make it official and sponsor you? Keep on the lookout, man. Keep on the lookout. Where are y'all at? My favorite is... Where are y'all at? And my favorite is a heritage. We're in Galveston. That's where we're at. Put out your email again because I want a Redtail rods. Yes, email me, redhuntertx@gmail.com. I have some production rods in stock here that I can personally sell. And if you guys are going to go to the Meetup, I can bring some and you guys can buy them at the Meetup as well. So we'll try to get that done. I have some in stock that I can sell. redhuntertx@gmail.com. Love the channel. Ever throw spoons, and if so, what do you prefer? I don't throw spoons very often. I'll throw spoons in Louisiana fishing, and I'll throw them on the flats down in Corpus. That's a pretty good spot to. How long did it take you to grow that sick chin strap? This takes. It's still growing. It's kind of spotty.
It's not the best.
It's not good. It's not good. I do the best I can, but man, it's not good. Thanks for pointing that out. How do you locate good wade fishing spots for trout and redfish? I'm in Southwest Florida and curious if we look for similar things for finding new wade fishing spots. I like hard sand bottoms with some grass mixed in and some guts. If you got shallow water next to some deeper water access, that's what I would look for. To be honest, I like your videos just more than John B. and Lunkers TV.
You can throw weight in there.
I'm going to throw weight in there. I appreciate that, man. That's who we watch. We watch the Guggen Squad, all of them. We watch LFG, Lake Fork Guy. We watch... That's Cora's favorite. Did you see her eyes perk up when we said Lake Fork Guy?
I love LFG.
We actually met them. I had a long conversation with John B. at the Bassmasters Classic. I talked to him for about half an hour. He's a super chill dude. Yeah. What do you think of the Waterloo Salinity? Never used it. I know Waterloo makes a good rod though. A lot of people love them. What's your favorite bugs lure? This one, curl-tail jig. Probably should have brought that out when the guy asked if I use bugs. I like black and gold. Need your email again. Red Hunter. Here, I'm gonna type it in the chat. Redhuntertx @gmail.com. There it is. There it is. All right. Caught a 21-inch trout today. Nice, Jacob. I would like to buy a Redtail rod. Email me. Do you use Chicken Boy lures? I have. I like them. How do you think a kayak rental company would do in the Galveston area? Possibly drop them off and pick them up at that location with legit kayaks. You can do it. Go to Fishing Tackle Unlimited. They do. If you rent it on Friday, you pay for one day, but you get to keep it all the way until Monday. Fishing Tackle Unlimited rents them out. The best kayaks on the market they'll rent out too. What price range are the rods you have to sell? It depends. They're over $100, so they're not the cheapest rods out there, but they're fantastic. They retail at $220, and we're doing them for like probably 125 to 130. I'll have to talk to Nino. He's the boss man. But we're blowing them out. There's not all that much left, so. What else? Do you watch Blair Wiggins' show or no? And have you ever met him? We do watch it. Love his show. I have met him. I met him at the Bassmaster Classic. Again, I had a pretty good conversation with him as well. He's a super chill dude. Cool dude in real life. Yeah, met him. He's a good guy. Don't sell them at a meetup. Save some for the Corpus Christi meetup. Actually, email Nino. Ignacio. Email Nino. He's in Corpus. He's got rods. If you want to meet up with him and buy one, email him. Nino@redtailrods.com. Do you ever good surf fishing? Surf fishing's on fire right now. Are you pro staffed with anyone? If so, who? Yes. Redtail Rods, pro staff. Redtail Optics, pro staff. Twang, Beer Salt. This guys. They sponsor all my tournaments. Wade Right, Coastal Fishing Gear, Wade Right, the Wade Belt, pro staff. Livingston Lures, pro staff. I feel like I'm missing someone. But yeah, those are the pro staff. Those are the pro staffs for it. You're making me sleepy, Cora.
I need to go to the gym.
She said she was going to go to the gym at 8:30. It's now 9:15 and she still hasn't left.
So, we'll see if I end up
What's
going.
your favorite chicken boy lures? Chicken on a chain. When the time comes, what make of boat will you be targeting? Probably a shoalwater cat, like a 19 shoalwater cat, maybe a baby cat, maybe like a 16-foot baby cat, but I really like shoalwaters. Nino's on the shoalwater pro team, so hoping to get a hook up there down the line. Like I said before, learning to yak fishing here today, just ran across your show and loving it. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate it. Well, I am late. You are, Matt. You're very late. And we're probably only going to be on here for another like 5 to 10 minutes, so. But thanks for stopping by, Matt. Good to see you again. Do you use TTF lures? If so, ever use a heck? I do not use TTF. I pretty much don't. Get Thresher to come over here and fish Galveston with y'all. That's probably going to be very difficult to do, to be honest. He likes his areas. I don't think I could even possibly convince him to come up to Galveston. But it would be fun. It would be fun. Show him how we fish over here instead of just hitting the grass flat and catching a bunch of fish every time you go out. Or the same rock. Hi guys, like your videos. I like your kayak videos. My name is Josh from Corpus. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. CC Meetup, baby. We have to hit up Thresher Rock. We could do that. We'll do some kayak fishing and then maybe we'll hit Thresher Rock at the end. You should do a challenge video catching redfish and trout using bass lures only. It's a pretty good idea. I mean, redfish love bass lures. A lot of people don't realize that bass lures and redfish lures can go hand in hand. You can substitute them out. Redfish pretty much will eat anything. If you really, I mean, his name escaped me. What's his name? Caught a redfish on a carrot. Jeff. Yeah, Jeff. I don't remember his YouTube channel name. He caught a redfish on a carrot. They literally will drink, or they literally will eat anything. Can you type his email too? Yeah, Nino. If you want a rod, Nino@redtailrods.com. Whoa, think I'm not here and you go off? I didn't go off. I'm just saying, Thresher, you should come over to Galveston and I can show you how to really fish. That's all I'm saying. You drinking whiskey? Maybe. I'm looking into purchasing my first kayak, 6 feet tall, 280. Is a Ascend 12T a good starter? I would probably go for the 128 at a minimum, just based on size alone. That's probably what I would say if you're looking at the Ascend. Why is shoalwater not a Haney? Haney is a heavier boat than shoalwater. So the Haney needs a bigger motor, which obviously is a more expensive motor, to properly kind of align to get on plane really well. So Haney's a little bit heavier than shoalwaters. Haney makes a great boat, don't get me wrong, but I'm kind of leaning towards shoalwater as of right now. Unless somebody can give me a good reason to go any other way, I'm open for interpretation on that. Oh, love your vids. Thank you, Richard. Got to do some homework on night, y'all. Later, man. Ever fished Trinity Bay? I have a while back. I don't think I filmed it. Would you ever consider buying a John boat? Not really, no. Not my style. My buddy had one. We went out in Rockport onto Estes Flats with it, and it didn't go well. What's a good color for trout and reds? I love chicken on a chain. How many folks you expect for the June 24th fishing trip? A lot, Derek. I don't know the exact answer to that, but I'm kind of expecting a good amount of people to show up. I couldn't even give you an answer. Do that baby duck lure challenge, RIP baby duck. I looked at the duck lures today and I wanted to buy one, and she told me not to spend 15 bucks on it.
No, the big one was like $25. It was stupid.
Jeff Bonham. Yes, that is right, Nick, and Chasing Tail. Jeff Bonham. He caught a redfish with a carrot. LOL, I'm not going there to a hostile environment. Nah, maybe sometime. I'm sorry, Thresher. I apologize. I still have your anchor, by the way. You ever want that thing back? It's still in the back of my truck. It has not left the back of my truck since we fished last. Estes Flats or Estes Flats? What? Now you're making fun of me. See, this is why I'm hostile, because you're making fun of my pronunciations. Get off that rock, Thresher. Come to H-Town, bro. See? Thomas is saying come up here. I think you'd have fun. I'll show you around. Fish a marsh, sight fishing, schools of redfish. I think you'll have a good time. It'll make really good footage. I'll give you a time when I'm on like really, really good redfish. I can guarantee redfish, and then we'll bring you up here and we'll film the video. How does that sound? It's not that far. I make that trip down to Corpus all the time. You ever fish Chocolate Bayou? I have. Ever watch Redfish Rosh? I don't think I've ever seen one of his videos. I don't think. I may have seen one or two, but I don't usually watch it. Where's the puppy? She's on her couch. She's got her own couch. She's so big. Is Galveston as dangerous as Houston? Probably. Can you come down to Florida and I'll show you good spots to fish? We're planning on one day we'll make our way down there. What spots would you recommend for West Bay? Go to Louis Bait Camp. That's where we're going to be on the 24th. Drew, hey, quick question about Power Pro. Shoot, man. Christmas Bay? We actually fished Christmas Bay this past weekend. Caught a couple small fish, nothing big. What kayak do you recommend for a guy that's 255, 6 foot? A Hobie. Hobie Outback, Hobie Pro Angler, something like that. They are expensive, but you will be so comfortable. It's not even. Where did you buy your redfish ore? Those used to be a long time ago. They were at Academy. Do you watch Brian McPherson? Do not. Again, I've seen some of his videos, but I don't watch a lot of his videos, to be honest. But I have seen some of them. Did you see Thresher got saved by a subscriber during a thunderstorm live? I mean, he's killing it on his live streams. His live streams are pretty fun to watch. But I don't think I saw that one in particular. Have you had the line break while throwing topwaters? I've had it happen with a super slick and regular proper pro. I've never had that happen. You might have gotten a bad spool. I have not had that happen. It might be your brakes might be a little too high. I don't know. Maybe putting a little bit too much stress on the line. I'm not exactly sure. But I have not had the line break throwing topwaters. Just getting back into chasing reds. What rig does Corey use for live bait, and what do you prefer for an oyster bed area midday in the summer? Well, we haven't thrown live bait in a year or
Probably.
two. We don't throw live bait very much anymore. But I would just do a popping cork and live shrimp.
Yeah.
Especially for an oyster bed area. Popping cork and live shrimp. Get a weighted popping cork, little treble hook or a little J hook, and hook the shrimp through the horn. It's probably the best bet you can go. Watching a Mustang go down the road with a yak on top. And that Mustang's awesome. That just goes to show you can put any kayak on any car and get out there and fish. He does it in a Mustang, so you guys can do it in any car you got. Like a smart car. We saw a smart car today. Now that would be funny. Seeing a kayak on top of a smart car.
I'm taller than a smart car.
Yeah, it would be funny though. My grandpa has a 25-foot Mako and does lots of deep sea fishing, so we can meet up. Cool. Happens multiple times. I think that FG knot might be hitting a guide on the rod. Is your FG knot breaking, or is the line itself breaking? Because your FG knot should not hit a guide. If you tie it properly, it should not hit a guide. And is it breaking at the knot, or is it breaking above the knot at the braid? That's my question to you next. Would you fish offshore on your Hobie? Absolutely, I would. What's your go-to pound of braided line combined with fluorocarbon? We use 30 pound Power Pro. 40 pound is good too. 30 or 40 pound braid. It doesn't necessarily have to be Power Pro. I use a couple other different brands as well, but mostly I go with Power Pro. 30 pound braid, 30 pound fluoro, 20 to 30 pound fluoro is usually what we use. And I actually don't end up tying a lot of FG knots. I tie a lot of double uni knots. That's kind of where we go. I do a lot of double uni knots. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe a smart car on a kayak. Good point.
I think H-Town is too far to ride his bike.
I think H-Town is too far to ride his bike. It is a little far for him to ride his bike. That's funny. Who do you think is a better fisherman, you or Thresher? Honestly, I don't think either of us are very good. We've got a lot to learn, I think, both of us, and we're just out there learning and trying to teach y'all along the way. But I wouldn't say either of us is a better fisherman. We do a lot of the same stuff. We pretty much have the same information. Hey, I'm going to get a Penn 6000 Clash. Is that good? It depends on what you're trying to fish with, or what you're trying to fish for. I use a Penn 2000 size reel. Even 1,000 size reel, they're pretty good. 1,000, 2,000 if you're going to do inshore. If you're going to go offshore, then yeah, 6,000 is probably what you want. Right or left-handed bait caster? I actually throw both. Cora pretty much only throws left-handed, but I actually throw both left and right. Yeah, true. Use a blood knot. I do use a blood knot. I use a blood knot on my Drew. Thresher says Drew is better. All right, I'll just say it then. I'm better. I'll just say it then, man.
Cora's better.
At kayak fishing, at least. I will give him that. Fishing from shore, I went fished at, a lot of you don't know this because it never made it into any of the films or anything. I went fishing at Thresher Rock with him, and he smoked me. I caught 0 fish. He hung like 2 giants and caught like 3 or 4 trout. So maybe I do have the edge on him at kayak fishing, but when it comes to shore fishing at his rock, he's probably the best out there at his rock. I will say that. Use a but anyway, blood knot. I use a blood knot on my lures if I'm too lazy to tie a loop knot. But I always use double uni or FG for my fluoro to braid. I want to go Saturday, but you bummed me on the Pelican 10-foot, but I did build my own stabilizer. See, if you got stabilizers, then it's good. And if it works for you, then it's good. I'm just saying, like, for me, I don't like them because I lost a lot of money, and I lost a lot of money in lures because of one. But that doesn't mean don't go out and fish with us. I have a 9,000 for the surf. Best topwater trout lure. I like the She-Dog. Skitter V's are pretty good. Thresher likes them Skitter Walks and Skitter V's and stuff. I don't think he would make it on his bike. Travel up 77 would kill him. Thresher is the better hardy boy catcher. I will say that. He's really good at catching hardhead. But he still somehow makes catching hardhead entertaining. I don't know how he does that. Because when we catch hardhead, it's like, I don't even put him in the video.
We kind of bleep it all out.
We don't catch many hardhead, but yeah, he somehow makes catching hardhead entertaining. Gotta give him props for that. Coming from Lake Charles, LA on the 24th. Hope we get some big ones. That's a long way to come, and I really, really, really appreciate you doing that, man. That will be cool. I didn't expect people to come from that far away, but hopefully we get on some good fish, man. Look forward to seeing you there. They still carry the Redfish tail paddle at Academy. Well, there you go. I haven't seen. They're not at my academies anymore, but
I was like, what are you doing?
But I guess they're still out there. I was fishing when the stream started. I had to leave the fish biting. Oh man, never leave the fish biting. Rule number 1 of fishing. Is Abu Garcia Black Max any good? I don't use them. That braid is breaking before the knot. I do not know, man. And you might have something. You might have the it catching guides. That's all I can think. Maybe try doing shorter leaders so that it doesn't go through the guides. The knot doesn't go through the guides, and then see if that helps at all. What do you think about an ocean yak? Will that work for the trip? Anything will work, man. Just get out on the water. That's my use. I use a blood knot to tie my braid to fluoro and a loop knot to tie my lures to top dogs. There you go. Cora greater than Redfish Hunter. You can leave. No, I'm just kidding. She is better than me. She's definitely better than me.
I'm the better half.
How would we fish? She is the better half of the show. How would we fish the marsh on the 24th? I'll kind of show you what we're doing. I'd probably bring a popping cork and some sort of soft plastic rod and live bait, because if you want to buy live bait, you can. So I would do that. What is the height difference between you and Thresher? Thresher looks pretty lanky. He's only like an inch taller than me. First time kayaker, Christmas Bay or West Bay? Well, Christmas Bay is kind of in West Bay. But yeah, the fish are all over. They really are. They're not like super slick at all. I do use Power Pro, but I use Seaguar. 100% worth the extra $10. Please try it. I actually agree. I'm not a huge fan of the super slick. I just use the regular Power Pro a lot of the times. Is 13 Fishing Inception any good? I have a Concept A. I would stick to your A. I really like that Concept A. Do you ever use Voodoo Shrimp? I do not. A lot of my only issue is I have a problem with how much people. I don't know. It's a long story with my issues with Voodoo Shrimp. I've never caught a fish on a Voodoo Shrimp. Let's just put it that way. And I threw them for like a week straight trying to get used to them for that Egret Baits tournament. I ended up taking third in the tournament, but it was from all their soft plastics and not the Voodoo Shrimp. But I've never caught a fish on Voodoo Shrimp. I know other people do. I know people smoke them on it. I think it's a good lure. Like I said, any lure can catch fish, and I think it's more about confidence and that you have confidence in the lure that you're throwing. I don't want to badmouth any company or any lure out there. It's not something I use all the time, but I know people out there love them and catch fish with them. Thresher and all the dinkers. Like I said, he makes it entertaining. What's your favorite NFL team? I kind of touched on this earlier. I'm going to have to go with the Bills and the Texans. I'm a Bills fan because my parents are from that area, and that's kind of what I grew up with. But I do root for the Texans as well. Congratulations, Master Guru. Behind a good man is a good woman. Good job. You could not be more correct. Oh God, we've been going for like an hour and a half. You guys are crazy.
Yeah, I need to go to the gym, you guys.
Alright, Cora's going to the gym.
I'll let you know when I make it.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
Cora's leaving. Say bye to everybody. Peace, Cora. Finn's Wind Tamer 30 pound. Also good. I do like Wind Tamer. We should meet up in Copano Bay, limiting out on reds and trout in 30 minutes. That is impressive. Coming from San Antonio, what kind of tackle should I come with for the trip? That's another long trip. I would, again, popping cork, jig head, soft plastics, and if you want to use live bait, bring like little treble hooks, little J hooks, and a bait bucket so you can buy like live shrimp, because I think live shrimp will probably be what's going to be used more. Do you use Sense? If I'm throwing gulp, that's all I use. I do have Procure, but I rarely ever put it on unless they're not touching anything. If I can't get them to bite, then I'll throw Procure on. We fish in Riviera, Texas, Baffin Bay. It's a fantastic area to fish. Thresher is better with fish bites. Those fish bites, man. It's going to be offshore. I have a Shimano 3000 for inshore. So yeah, offshore 6000 is probably okay. Alright, everyone's saying bye to Cora. I'm behind. I'm way behind on these comments. I apologize, people. Gander Mountain closing amazing sales. Check them out. I don't have one near me, so I can't really go check those out. This time of year, do you prefer the down south supermodel or the original? I'll start throwing the supermodel more and more The original is good early on because that's when the bait is hatching and the bait is smaller. I start switching more and more to the supermodel around this time of year. How do you find fish in the marshes? Fish the drains. Fish all the marsh drains where you see that moving water or where two jets of moving water connect. That's where those redfish will sit in ambush any bait that comes through those cuts.
I'll let you try, baby.
All right, be careful. Eli's Outdoor Channel, $2. Shoot me out. I'm going to assume that you meant shout. I don't think I want to shoot you out, but I will shout you out. Eli's Outdoor Channel, thank you for the $2. Appreciate that. Go check them out, guys. Have you ever fished in the land cut? I used to fish there all the time in a boat. I used to fish there quite a bit. I have not fished there in quite a while. DOA or gulp? Gulp. How do you use hunchback lures? You literally throw them out and reel them in. All the action comes from the lure themselves. They swim just under the surface, really on top of the water. They're wake baits. So it's just throw out, reel them in. Core is gone, Livestream is done. You're probably right. Nobody, I guarantee you that everything just dropped off. Oh, you guys are blowing up. I just got like 9 emails about the Redtail rods. How many did I get? Holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holy crap, you guys are really wanting the last of those Redtail rods. That's crazy. What size jig has you use? Quarter or lighter? Lighter. 16th. 16th or 8th. I rarely go even up to a quarter. Unless the wind's really blowing or there's a lot of current. Most of the time I'm throwing 16th. Do you use the tactical angler clips? I do not. I use loop knots. Do you have a favorite type of swimming mullet? Chartreuse. Cora lost a kayak. She did not. She did not lose a kayak. What's the weirdest thing you have ever caught with lures? Sea robin, probably. Sea robin with a lure was definitely on a down south. How do I do super chat? There's a little $sign next to the emoji. You guys don't have to donate. That's where you would go if you wanted to. And any money that does get donated obviously goes right back into the channel. And you don't have to. I really appreciate all the people this stream that have donated. You guys are awesome. You better marry that woman. I will, man. I promise you guys it's happening. It's gonna happen. She is awesome. I'm too lucky that I even have someone like her in my life. I will say that. 15-pound braid too much for weightless hooks using bait caster? I wouldn't say so. I think it's probably okay. Cora did not lose a kayak. I don't know where people are getting that from. The Redtail Republic, what's up? What's up, Nino? People are calling him out. Hey, I heard someone saw you, Nino, and they thought you were like a celebrity and that they wouldn't even go up and talk to you. But they saw you and they got the shakes. Oh, and I talked about all the last of the Redtail rods we have, and I have like 10 emails on people wanting the last of those Redtail rods. So you might be getting some emails too because I gave them your email as well. So we might be blowing the last of those things out. What's up from Brownsville, South Padre? Just got home. Thought I wasn't gonna make the show. Yeah, this is a long live stream. It's been like an hour and a half. Maybe we'll go to like 10 o'clock. Is that a good? Because you guys are still asking good questions, so I figure might as well sit here and talk to you guys. I'm doing this for you guys. I enjoy doing this, talking to you guys. It's a lot of fun. So, what's your favorite type of plastic besides gulp? Saltwater assassin right now. Saltwater assassins. So ready to go fishing in my Ascent FS12T. Get out there, man. Get out there. Congrats on your master's degree. Hard work pays off. Hey, I appreciate it, Mike. I appreciate it. Any luck on the H2O wake bait? I've never thrown them. Only wake baits I ever throw are Livingston wake baits, Livingston Lures wake baits, and the Hunchback wake baits. What rod do you have that makes you throw a 16th ounce jig head? I use all Redtail rods, 6.6 medium light, 7-foot medium with my bait casters. I'll throw a 16th ounce jig head, but I only use Redtail rods exclusively. What's up, DTS Fishing? What's up, man? You said Cora lost a kayak in your last video. I did not. I said Cora lost a boat, but not actually losing a. It's a long story. You gotta look out for that video coming up in the future. Favorite stringer or favorite net? Actually, I might be working with a guy making stringers, but in the meantime, Stinky Pants makes a good stringer. Net, Everlast, I guess net is the one I use. Heading down to Rockport, standing on Coconut Bay, any good spots? There's a lot of good spots around there. There's a lot of flats in Oso. I would just hit a grass flat. Find a good grass flat and hit that pretty hard. That's where a lot of those fish are nowadays. When using lures, you prefer loop knot or fast snaps? Loop knot. Loop knot all day, every day. I never use tactical angler clips or fast snaps. I'd use none of that. What topwater lure do you recommend? She-Dog. Mirror lure She-Dog. That's one of my favorite ones out there. Do you go weedless or jig head since the grass is coming up? I will throw both. If the grass is getting on the jig head and I can't work a lure, I'll go weedless. But if I don't have to go weedless, I don't go weedless because you get better hookup ratios without the weedless jig head. How do you fish in seagrass for reds without catching grass? If you are catching grass, go ahead and go weedless or throw a top water with single hooks, and that should help out. Now that core's gone, what's the hold up on the way? I need to. We're working our way up there. We're working our way there, guys. Y'all are the best vids on YouTube. Good fishing later. Later, man. I appreciate you stopping by. What's up, Nino? I met you at the Hua tournament. There he's at. My band plays weddings. Okay. Keep that in mind. Have you ever fished the Frio River? I have not fished it. I've been there, but I have not fished it. Will you ship a Redtail rod if I buy one from you? Go email Nino at Redtail Rods, and he will get you all that information. Nino at Redtail Rods, he can probably ship them to you. I would not, but he will, because he's the owner. He's the guy who runs it. I just am on his pro staff. If you ever make it to South Texas, Port Mansfield, shoot me a message. I love Port Mansfield. I love fishing Port Mansfield. I actually fished with Bob Norton of Norton Lures in Port Mansfield, and it was probably one of my favorite fishing experiences I've ever had. Think about going fishing Thursday in Galveston area. Where would you recommend? Just find a marsh, I would say. Louis Bait Camp, like I said, that's where we're going to be on the 24th. There's some good marshes around Sportsman's Road. How often do you get snagged while kayak fishing? Is it rare? If I'm fishing, what's it called? If I'm fishing oysters, then I'll get snagged quite a bit. But other than that, if I'm in the marsh, I usually don't get snagged on anything. Are there a lot of gators and gar in the marshes? Depends on where you are, and it depends on how much fresh water we have and how much rain we've had. Certain areas have more gators than others. West Bay usually doesn't have any. You wouldn't have to worry about it. East Bay doesn't usually have any. So push it till 10. We're going to do that. Where did you fish Chocolate Bay? When did I fish Chocolate Bay? I fished it. I fish it quite regularly, actually. I don't film always there, but I fish it quite regularly. PB Redfish, 43 inches and about the same pounds. It was a freaking football. It was like this big around. It was insane. Have you ever in Coconut Bay fished Newcomb's Point or Turtle Peen Reef? Cool. Have you ever fished South Padre jetties? If so, how was it? I've not fished the jetties in South Padre. When do you fish Chocolate Bayou and did you catch anything? I fished it a couple weeks ago and there's some good redfish in that area right now. Where's Cora at? Cora just left. Do you have a fish brain account? I do not. She's actually at the gym. Favorite color of saltwater assassin plastics? Chicken on a chain. 1v1 me. You got it, man. We should film that. That would be fun. Like I said, man, just hit me up on Facebook or email me, and we'll try to figure out some way of getting you to the meet. Modified Adventure, I'm here. You can start now. I've been live streaming for like an hour and a half, man. But yeah, we'll go for another like 20 minutes, so you get a little bit of it. But thanks for stopping by, man. Like I said, guys, he's from Australia. He makes some fishing videos. He's about to hit 1,000 subs. Go help push him over that 1,000 sub mark. We need to get him to 1,000 subscribers. Modified Adventure, Australian kayak fisherman, and well, he does a lot of other fishing too, out of boats and stuff. So if you want to see how they do it down under, he's a good place to start. Makes some pretty entertaining videos. Where was I at now? Chicken on a chain, chicken off a chain. They're all the same. Chicken on a chain, chicken off the chain, chicken of the sea, all the same color. Everyone has different names for it. What color hunchbacks? I like pink, but apparently you can't get them anymore. So Silver black is good. Clown's good, and then I think a purple chartreuse has been working well lately. Come to Slidell, I'd love to. Hey man, I just want to give you a huge thanks for inspiring me to do what I do. I started off with a 10-foot kayak when I was 9, then moved up slowly, and now I'm on Riptide Kayaks Pro staff. Congrats man, keep working at it. Will you ever fish for freshwater catfish in Texas soon? I'm sure I could. I don't do it very often, but I'm sure I could. If you guys are interested in that, I could do it. But like saltwater, whenever I do bass videos, they don't get any views. Even when a bass eats a duck, that didn't even get as many views as some of the saltwater videos. So some people don't like the freshwater videos, so I don't do them that often. But I still like doing them, so I do them occasionally. PB flounder. My PB flounder was about 26 inches. Little, he was upper 20s. He was huge. He's on my Instagram. I caught him last year in Sabine. Deep in like 4 inches of water in a marsh. It was insane. He was like a freaking doormat, literally a doormat. It was the biggest flounder I've ever caught. What weight boot do you use? I have a huge sinking problem. I actually use waders. I just use Frog Talk waders. And then I just use Magellan like black boots. What's a good saltwater spinning reel that you would recommend? Penn Battle 2. You can get them online right now for like $75. Get the 2000, 2500 size. That's my favorite spinning reel right now. Any difference between Bass Assassin, Down South, Chicken on a Chain? They're the same color, but they have different action. Bass Assassin has a little bit more subtle action. It's got a bigger tail. It pushes a little bit more water. And the Down South, the tail moves a lot more, but it doesn't push as much water. What's your email? I'm interested in Redtail rods. Either email me, redhuntertx@gmail.com, or email Nino at redtailrods.com. No, mine's redhuntertx@gmail.com. Nino's Nino at redtailrods.com. I don't know if I said that right. Do you go to Canada fishing for walleye, muskie, northern? I do not. I would love to, but I'm down in Texas. Don't get up there much. Do you ever use Procure? I don't usually. I'll throw gulps. I have Procure, but I'll only put it on if I cannot get anything to bite anything. What do you throw in the marsh when they're not hitting the paddle tail and a popping cork? I'll throw, oh god, bugs. The bugs curl tails. They tied like flies, fished like lures. That's what I'll throw when they're not eating anything else. On Copano Pier, go down 6 lights, throw blue crab at night, and 30-pound plus black drum. That sounds like fun. Houston Fishing Fanatic. What's up, bro? Love your videos. Shoutouts. What's up, man? Do you use backing on your bait caster? Every single time, back your bait caster if you're using braid, because otherwise it will slip and your casting will suck. Ever fished the jetties at POC? I fell out of the boat there going about 30 when I was little. By the way, I love your videos, man. I have fished them. There's a lot of good fish caught off there. If you tried Finn's wind tamer, I have. I'm out of drink. That's not good. Have you ever fished Palacios? I have not. What do you think about the Rockport Rattlers jig head? Have you used them lately or at all? I use them all the time. Every time I go out, that's usually the jig head I'm throwing. I've been trying the Hellraisers out lately, and I'm starting to like the Hellraisers quite a bit. But I always have Rockport Raptors on me. They fall apart. They tend to fall apart after a couple fish, which kind of sucks. But I still like them, and they still work really well. I like your bass videos. See, some people do. Other people don't watch them, but I'm still going to make them because I enjoy making them. Do much red fishing on the marsh side of Elmer's and Grand Isle? I do not. Use any John Skinner flounder techniques? I mean, yeah, because those are pretty good techniques to use, but I don't particularly use those. I just kind of drag chartreuse gulps when mullets on the bottom, and that's a great way to catch flounder. Ryan Garza and Brian Emmert just subbed. Thanks, bro. Well, thank you, Ryan Garza and Brian Emmert, for subscribing to Modified Adventure. How much is a spinning redtail rod? Go ahead and email me. I'll give you any pricing information. Or email Nino. Rangers beating Astros 4-2. I think the Astros have a lot of pitching issues right now. A lot of them hurt. What's your sheep's head rig? Little small split shot, little small treble hook, live shrimp. Check out the sheep's head video that I just did. Can you do a video on that, on backing a bait caster? I could. You could either do that or you could use tape. Use tape around the spool, and that works just as well. You ever fish Port O'Connor? I do. I do. Do you have any tips on finding fish in really muddy water? Popping cork and or just gulp soft plastic, something with scent and something that pushes a lot of water. So you want something that gives a lot, like a little subtle, like down south. I don't like in muddy water because it doesn't push a lot of water. But like egret baits has those big heavy paddle tails that push a ton of water. I like using those because they'll feel that vibration. Define backing on a bait caster with braid. Back it with mono. So you put one like line of mono on it, so the first layer is mono, and then you tie your braid to the mono, and then you start putting your braid on. Trepid, crap, totally forgot you were live tonight. Yep, bass vids seem to have low numbers, but it's still fun. I agree. Thanks for stopping by, man. Whatever happened to those hunting videos? Huh. Good point. YouTube ended up doing something really crazy lately. I don't know if you watch other YouTube channels, but hunting videos end up getting your channel put into like a controversial category, and then you don't get as many ads. YouTube's weird. I'm not going to put any hunting videos out. I'm not going to not do them. I'm still going through them. I'm still hunting. I'm still filming hunts. But I don't know if I'm going to put the hunting videos out until YouTube figures out its whole like controversial video ad revenue thing, because YouTube's a mess right now. I'm making videos because I like to make them, but I'm going to wait on the hunting videos until YouTube figures out what they're doing. Any tips on getting some flounder, like what to look out for in the water, or is it more you find them when you found them kind of thing? Shallow water access and deep water. So that you want to have shallow water next to deep water. They want current and they want deep water access. That's where you're going to find some good flounder. Okay, I'm back, bro. Hey, welcome back, the realist. Welcome back. What kind of distance do you cast with those 16th ounce jig heads? I can get just as far with the 16th ounce jig heads as I can with other jig heads. I don't know exact distance, but I have no issues casting a 16th ounce jig head. Favorite college team? U of H. Go Cougs. Is ProCure any good? I'm not a huge fan of it, but I know it works. Cora made it to the gym and give this video a thumbs up. Cora is now at the gym, watching at the gym. What's up, Cora? So yeah, give it a thumbs up. I haven't even checked how many people are giving it a thumbs up. So if you're still here, go ahead and hit that like button. I like tape backing better. I like just to have one piece of line. I agree. Tape backing definitely works pretty well. What do you mean tape on the spool? Like put a layer of either electrical tape or like masking tape over the spool. If you don't, your braid will slip. And what I mean by braid slipping is you won't get any drag, so if a fish starts pulling, your braid will start slipping and your casting will suffer on a bait caster. So you can't just put braid straight onto a spool unless you have the holes, unless you back it with mono, or unless you use tape. Maybe I'll make a video on that, because it seems like a lot of people are having questions on it. You like 14-pound mono? I never throw mono. I use mono as backing, but I always throw braid. And I don't know what I'm doing anymore. My leaders are fluorocarbon. Have you kayaked to Baffin Bay before? I've never kayaked in Baffin Bay, no. Favorite fish to catch? Redfish, man. Redfish. What's that special breading you used for the sheep's head? It's just, I used Hush Puppy mix and just regular fish fry mix. So that's my special breading, is the Hush Puppy mix. What do you think about trolling motors on yaks? I think they're good for people who can't paddle but still want to get out on the water, or if you really want to go really far distances. I think it's a good way to get around. I've got no problem with people using trolling motors on yaks. But if you do it, you got to register as a boat. So that's a downside. Is it true that you can make money with YouTube? Yep. We make money on YouTube. That's pretty much the only way we're making money right now. Until I get a job after I finish my master's. But yes, you can make money with YouTube. That's how Lunkers TV, John B, that's how they go on all their trips. They make a ton of money on YouTube. We do not. But we do make money on YouTube. Does the moon affect fishing? 1000% yes. Moon phase is pretty important. It affects tides. The moon is what drives the tides. Tides affect fishing. You get majors and minors. Moon definitely affects fishing. Popping cork in morning or top water in summer? Popping cork all day, every day if you want to just go out there and catch fish. It's a great way to catch fish. Top water I usually use just in the mornings. What are your thoughts on TTF lures? Don't usually use them. Some schools are backed with a rubber liner, but not all of them. That is true. That is definitely true. God, you guys are still blowing up my email with these Redtail rods. Interesting. You guys are awesome. What kind of knot do you prefer to tie filament to your mono on your reel? I don't use mono. I use fluorocarbon and braid. And I'll tie my braid to fluorocarbon knot is either a double uni knot or a God, I'm like losing it. I'm like tired at this point. I've been talking for 2 hours. Double uni knot or an FG knot for my braid to fluorocarbon tie. You got to do some more catch and cooks. Those vids are sick. I'm definitely planning on doing more. I'm going to do a redfish one here pretty soon. I love cooking redfish. It's a pretty basic recipe. Everyone does redfish on a half shell, but I'm going to make one because people seem to want to know that. I'm going to try to add like a little twist to it, so that way, you know, still make it good and not basic like everybody else does. You know what I mean? I'll add some sort of twist to a redfish catch and cook. Can you give my son Andrew a shout out? What's up, Andrew? It's a good name. That's my name too. That should be a shirt. Popping a cork with the boys. That would be pretty funny. That's a good shirt idea. That hush puppy mix was fire. It definitely was. I love that. I love that recipe. On catfish, like freshwater catfish, every fish, use that recipe on any fish and it comes out amazing. Have you ever done freshwater fishing? Absolutely. Check videos on the channel. I've got some freshwater fishing videos. How do I get a redtail rod? Well, you gotta buy them. You can either email Nino at redtailrods.com, or you can email me and I can probably get some for you if you're in the Galveston area. I tied my braid to the holes on the bait spool. That is also, like I said, you can use the holes on the bait spool if you don't want it to slip. That works as well. But I have actually had braid slip even using the holes on the bait spool. But you can do that. You can tape the spool or you can bag it with mono. Those are the ways you got to do it. But if you just straight tie your braid, you're going to have slipping issues. Love to see overnight fishing vid. We do a lot of night fishing. I'm not a very good filmer at night. I've fished at night I fish at night probably every other week. I go on a night fishing trip all night and into the morning, but I suck at filming at night. I'm trying to figure out a good way to film at night for you guys to watch it. So you will be getting videos like that because I think I figured out how I'm going to do it and how it works well and how to get good footage out of it. So be on the lookout for that. Alright, 7 minutes left, guys. So get in your last bit of questions. For shallow water next to deep water access, are you talking like ICW 12 to 18 foot deep, or are you talking deeper? No, that's fine. I'm talking guts. Not usually even off the ICW. I'm talking like little channel guts or guts in the marsh or a little bit deeper water in the marsh. They like, shallow 2-3 foot, and then even if you got an area that's 5-6 foot near that with current, that's kind of where they're going to be hanging out. Do you like Paul Brown lures? What type of model is the best you think? I love throwing corkies. I'll only really throw them in the winter for big trout. I know you can use them longer. People will catch them even throughout the summer in the surf using corkies. But I love corkies, but I really only throw them in the winter for those big donkey trout. Do you ever get the mystery tackle box saltwater intro? I have not, because I'm not a huge fan of the lures they put in there. I'm very particular on the lures I throw. I think it would make for a good video, but I have no confidence in lures that I have never used before, and I think confidence is key when throwing a lure. Does it matter if the jig head is colored or just gray? I have not really found a jig head color to matter, personally. I've never seen a jig head color work as opposed to another one. When you get the job that you're going to school, will the video upload slow down? Absolutely not. I'm still planning on doing one a week. And I did work. A lot of people didn't realize, all through school I also had a full-time job pretty much. So I went to school and I worked. So I was probably more busy when I was in school than I will be when I get my new job after I finish school. So videos will not slow down at all, I promise. they're going to all come out and the quality is still going to be high for you guys, so don't worry about that. If anything, I'll have more money and I'll be able to do cooler things and go on more trips. So if anything, it'll get better once I get my big boy master's job. Do a video with Black Tip H. That would be cool. That would definitely be cool. Bean Boozled? Maybe I'll bring some Bean Boozled to the meetup and make you guys try them. How does that sound? Found like a video coming for spooling braided line. Probably going to have to do it. A lot of people seem interested. What do you have in the cup? Currently just ice because I've been here for 2 hours and I've finished everything. There was a Gatorade in there. It was Gatorade. Air Force guy, any military Redtail rods around? You can do custom. Email him about custom rods. He can do something for you. Matagorda fish kill. Your thoughts? I think it's too early for me. I gotta do more research on it. Matagorda's been on fire fishing lately, so I don't think it's affected fishing very much, per se. Funny you mentioned bugs. This is Dylan. What's up, man? Did you end up, well, yeah, no. Oh, I'm so tired. I don't even know what I'm reading. But yeah, man, it was good seeing you the other day. It was good seeing you the other day. I can't even read. This is getting bad. I can't even read. Yeah, good luck in the tournament next weekend. Let me know how you do, man. Do you ever use fish bites? I do not. Is there a way to cast a popping cork further? Use a spinning rod? Xbox or PlayStation? I answered this before. Xbox. I don't play very much anymore. I just use it for Netflix and YouTube. It's literally all I use my Xbox for. It's pretty lame. Favorite popping cork? STX Ultimate Corks. My favorite popping corks. Mono or nylon cast net? Honestly, no idea, man. Mono probably, because nylon would probably rip pretty easily. I don't know. Thanks for including us in your life. Love the vids. Waiting for the next one. Can't wait to see how Cora lost a boat. It's gonna be an interesting video. COD or Battlefield? I haven't played in so long, but I used to play Call of Duty all the time. But I haven't played video games and it's been forever since I've played. But it's been a couple years, or I'd say probably a year since I've really stopped playing. I had too much other stuff going on, but I was a Call of Duty guy. Go offshore fishing. That's gonna happen here. What do you plan to do for a career? Well, my degrees are in engineering, and that's what I've been doing up until this point. I was an engineer, so like I said, I was in school and I worked, and I did these videos, so I don't see any problem with keeping the video quality going up. If anything, I'll have more time. Good yak around $500. Depends on your size, but Pescador from Academy, they're going pretty cheap right now, 12, and then Ascends at Bass Pro Shop are probably a good place to start. Oh, 2 more minutes. Last minute questions. Get them in, guys, while you can. What's a good spot to fish in West Bay? Try Louis Bait Camp. That's where we're going to do our meetup at. What's the best braided line to use? I like Power Pro. There's a lot of other good braided lines out there. I don't have any one in particular. What's the length of leader you put on a popping cork? I actually start pretty deep with the popping cork and then shorten it if I'm not getting any bites. But I like to start pretty deep and then shorten as I go. Hey man, what do you do for a living? Currently I'm a YouTuber. That's what I do for a living currently. But I am an engineer by trade. Oh, okay guys. Oh, I think we're about to civil engineer, mechanical engineer. I did mechanical and petroleum. Bachelor's is in mechanical engineering and my master's is in petroleum engineering. Uploading a vid and you're slowing me down. Thanks for the subs, bro. Chat you later. Keep it going, Modified Adventure. Keep it going, man. No, I just joined. Sorry, Keegan. I apologize. I've been on for 2 hours and people can probably tell at this point that I can't even complete full sentences. And I need to refill my drink. But thanks for stopping by, guys. Another Thresher Redfish collab. Definitely gonna happen. Definitely gonna happen. Keep on the lookout for it. For sure. Thanks for awesome vids. Advice, man. Keep them coming. Stay safe out there. You guys rock. Peace. Thanks, man. Thank you for watching. How do you feel about Emotions Kayak? Don't know much about them, to be honest. Have you ever rage quit while fishing? I have. I absolutely have. I have that day that I went out, and it was last week. I went out and saw 500 redfish, literally in 4 inches of water, backing, tailing, a school of probably 100 of them, and they wouldn't eat anything. And after about 2 hours of chasing 500 redfish around and not eating anything, I rage quit. Definitely rage quit. Nice work, bro. Thanks, SATX. Thank you for your videos and answering my questions. Have a great night. You too, man. You too. Alrighty, guys. I think that is going to be it. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. Meetup June 24th, Saturday, June 24th. Come to the kayak fishing meetup at Louis Bait Camp in Hitchcock, Texas. Check out the last video for details on that. What else? I think that's it. I'm dead tired, guys. Thanks for watching. For those of you guys not watching it live and that got all the way to this point, thank you for watching as well. For all of you guys that were here live, thank you for that. Hit a like before you guys take off. Hit the like button. I'm gonna go to bed now. We're waking up early and we're going fishing in the morning, so that should be fun. Okay, peace, guys.